Just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And that will lead to a second down. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 10 yards.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the third play. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Purdy. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They'll try to sneak it here, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's four-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on third and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. That's Yaya Diaby with the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 20, here's second down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He runs with it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready now for their second drive. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back, 1st and 10. They go play action with Mayfield. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 38 yards.
1st and 10 at the
How about that for your
line.
first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
At the 20-yard line.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive at the very least. See if you can come away with some points.
Chris Jones on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They send Evans in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds, but he has the first down inside the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st down and goal to go.
Here's Barkley, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Chris Jones on the stop. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
So we'll get a 2nd and goal when we return. 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. On to the 2nd, Buccaneers in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run here with McCaffrey. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. A tight end in motion now. Again, it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so Give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
3rd and short. Purdy. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. There's Evans. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's to the left side, taken in by Jefferson. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. Jesse Bates, the veteran safety, able to come flying in, and he records the sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play call just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
The 35-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop. Gets in to bring him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He's got a receiver. It's Chase. And he will go all the way. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, 49ers. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
14. Buccaneers 7.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. Working his way open. That is Evans. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 35-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. Baker to throw. This one on target to Godwin. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing is Baker. At the middle of the field, he's got Evans. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's another Buccaneers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense.
Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Purdy to Kittle for the Niners first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop.
Second and 6.
It is second and 6. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. In trouble, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here's a third and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to air this one out. And he's in. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
Well, Mike, whatever message this coaching staff had at halftime, it clearly worked. They came out fast to start this second half. Big-time play downfield. Now, can they build on some of this momentum here as they start the third quarter?
Niners 21, Buccaneers 7.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Here's Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds here, and it's only a gain of a yard.
At the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. They send Godwin in motion. A second down throw from Mayfield. A pass caught by Saquon. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. He'll try to run for it. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They run out of the gun with Harper. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Throw across his body is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
It's complete to Evans, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A gain of 15
A pickup
yards.
of 15 in the air. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
First down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
You look underneath here for Barkley, and he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. To throw is Mayfield. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback.
And he will score. Game on. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Makes the score Niners 21, Buccaneers 14.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. To return, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action now. Purdy. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 2nd down, Purdy. The connection made to Ayuk. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
And the 49er.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
On 2nd down, Purdy. This one grabbed by Nakua. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
12 yards.
Now the Bucs will take their 1st timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
The 48-yard line.
Now it's Nakua getting the jet sweep. And they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
The play brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So With that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. Take it in, back at his own 12. And nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Bucs offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. They come up for 2nd and 2. So out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And this will be a Bucs first down as he gets past the 35 to about the 37.
A gain of 6. And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They send Godwin in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
A gain of 12 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive. Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. A gain of 10. Move the sticks again. Another first down. Pressure time. No timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here we go. One final play. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Tampa.
Head out about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Washington Commanders. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Herbert. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. Play action, now it's Daniels. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Here's 2nd and 10. The tight end in motion right. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And take it right at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves.
Well, they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way. Now Herbert following the turnover. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Barkley is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders nothing.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Oh, look at that. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Washington! Jahmyr Gibbs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
7-7, our score after one. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Herbert now. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Pat Surtain getting down from his corner spot to make that play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Herbert. Got a man open. It's Chase. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over again. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Throwing now is Daniels. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of...
You just mentioned a microcosm, really, of how he can hurt you. Finds Gibbs on a check down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 16. Daniels looking to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jahmyr Gibbs as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Moody good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He was unable to shake through there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Herbert. Open man, he completes it to Judy. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
A gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Herbert off of play action. Touchdown! Jerry Judy, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
To Jefferson on the slant. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. To throw is Daniels. He's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
A gain of 4 brings up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Jefferson from 8 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Now Moody for the PAT. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Herbert. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Listen, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 2. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He may go. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on a scoop and score. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Moody good with the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead.
The score, Commanders 28, Browns 21.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Cleveland offense making their way out. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking to put a drive together. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's downfield. He's got Phantom. Still on his feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Harold Phantom, 73 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Oh, he shifts past him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Mason Graham able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him up.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. That's complete to Chase.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Throwing Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation. And now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT, or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Daniels. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
The tackle by
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Herbert looking deep here for Chase. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now Herbert. And he is caught. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. His first attempt of the night here, and it's a big one. It's for the win. And this one is right down the middle. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.